Talk to Philip Ingram, former senior military intelligence officer. Philip, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
Good to talk to you. Let me just play you a little quick clip. It's Sebastian Gorka, who's now back in the White House, my old friend, who's now the director of counter-terrorism, I believe, being interviewed by the BBC. And let's see what he had to say.
So look at what support we have given the Ukrainians in the last 3 years.
It's huge.
I don't
it's
think
huge.
again, you're interrupting me, and it's really not done. At the end of the day, we stand with any nation that wishes to implement its sovereignty and which shares our values. And we know that those amongst our civilization that share our values understand, and we stand next to them shoulder to shoulder.
But not the women killed in the maternity hospital in southern Ukraine.
Is that a serious statement? I mean, do you really have
May
no
I finish
shame?
my sentence now,
No
please?
shame. You have no
Not
shame.
the
That
women
is beneath
killed.
the BBC.
The women
As someone
killed
who
in the
grew up
maternity
on
hospital.
The products of the BBC. That is absolutely
The families killed in their own apartments
shameful.
in the capital.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
The
making
people
such a statement.
eating in a
I am not
pizza
even
place.
going to countenance replying to such an absolutely abhorrent statement.
Victoria, Derbyshire, not making any friends there. They do seem oddly obsessed about certain parts of wars, certain parts of news stories, but not others. Philip, I mean, you know, lots of people think that Donald Trump might have pushed the boat out a little bit too far here, but there's no question that at least what he's done is he's got people talking about a solution to all of this, hasn't he?
He has, and when you get into the detail of what's been said, it's really the Zelensky plan that was given to Donald Trump's team being put back out there, but with certain elements taken off it. So Zelensky had said he couldn't see a way that the Ukrainians were going to win from a tactical perspective on the ground. He would be willing to come up with some form of solution that allowed the disputed Donbass and Crimea to remain under, or not under, Ukrainian control, provided there were security guarantees that included NATO membership given to Ukraine if it stopped the war. Now, the only bit that hasn't been agreed to is the NATO membership. But again, what this has been used to do is to bring Putin to the negotiating table. Zelensky's been proposing plans to the Trump team before Trump got inaugurated. And Putin's now coming into the table, and this is a starting point. There have been threats overnight to Putin. If he doesn't agree to things, the Americans have said, we'll put boots on the ground, we'll attack you. We're seeing this this aggressive negotiation that Trump is infamous for.
Yeah, and I mean, is it bluster? Is it sensible? Is it, in your view, something that will work eventually?
Is it bluster? Yes. Is it sensible from a diplomatic perspective and international norms? No, because it's stimulating a lot of people panicking about different things. Are there good bits to it? Yes. Are there ways that could be done better? Possibly, but we've only just started this process. It's only the last couple of days that we've had Pete Hegseth, the US Secretary of State for Defense, come out with a statement. We've got more meetings going on at the Munich Security Conference today, and we'll see what comes out of that. So it's almost too early to call.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. And this weekend as well, just to quickly, before we let you go, lots of eyes on the Middle East as to what's going to happen. People tell me that there might be at least a slight softening of the approach by Israel and the United States of America in the wake of Hamas possibly agreeing to release the hostages.
Yeah, Hamas will release, I think, 3 or 4 hostages this weekend, as was the original agreement. I don't think they're going to release all the hostages, as Donald Trump said that they must do, and Prime Minister Netanyahu agreed with, and Hamas will try and keep the original ceasefire deal going as much as they can. Again, this is down to bullying from Trump. He's got a different approach to international deals and international negotiations.
Well, I'm all for him bullying Hamas. I think that's a great idea. Thank you very much indeed. Philip Ingram, former senior military intelligence officer there, on the state of the international kind of nervousness, if you like, about what's going to happen over Ukraine, what's going to happen over Gaza.